Okay, good morning. Uh, so I have to get gas and do some things for my grandma. So I have like 50 miles in the car. I think I can do everything from home. I hope. So let's see if I can, and then we will figure out like going to the gym. I'm just tired. All right. So there's two things I need to do before we can have fun on our creative stuff today. I need to help my grandmother. So I need to print something and I need to translate something. So let's do it. Bro, something else I just remembered is I have to go to the bank. And I have to do it today because it's going to be closed tomorrow. Let me look at what its hours are. Okay. It closes at 1 p.m. I have 2 hours. I have less than 2 hours. Okay. So, oh, man. When am I going to the gym? Fuck. Okay. Let's log in. What's the library hours? Close at 5. I need this before then. Alright. I wanted to min-max my gas, but I don't know if I can. Alright, let me forward this email. Alright, let's forward it and then let's look oh wait, I can't do it on my laptop because it's an Android that sent me that. Alright. Alright guys. Let's be super productive. Alright, so I just translated this passage from English to Creole for my grandmother. Let's hear how it sounds, because I do want to learn how to speak it.
That the sick may be strengthened and healed. Pause. That all who have...
Flip it around. I want to hear. Why can I only hear the English part? Bro. Don't do me like this. It's so, like, grimy, right? Alright, let's hear this.
Pu malad yo ka vin fo epi jerry.
Ew. There's no way. Oh, there's just no audio for it. I feel like that's racist. Okay. Oh, I spoke broken French. So, pour malade, yo ka vin for epi gay. Pour tout moun ki mouri nan ki la ki gen la dan. Ki gen la dan. Pour malade yo ka vin for epi gay. Pour tout moun ki mouri nan ki la ki gen la dan. Oh my gosh. How bad is that? Pour malade yo ka vin for epi gay pour tout moun ki mouri nan kri la ki gen la dan. Ka reziste pour yon nouveau lave avec li nan résurrection en nous prier. Pour malade yo ka vin for epi gay pour tout moun ki mouri nan kri la ki gen la dan. Ka reziste pour yon nouveau la vie avec li non nouveau la vie avec li non résurrection en nous prier. How good or bad is that? This is my first. Look, if we say it in French, I know it's gonna be much better. Let's talk French. Like, que les malades sont fortifiés et guéris pour. It's not gonna be better. It's not gonna be better. It's not gonna be better. Never mind. Let's hear it in French.
Que les malades soient fortifiés et guéris, que tous ceux qui sont morts dans le Christ, y compris, soient conduits à une vie nouvelle avec lui dans la résurrection. Nous prions.
Okay. Pour malade yo ka vi for epi guéri pour tout monde qui mourit dans Christ. La qui gen là-dedans. Ka résister pour yon nouveau la vie avec lui dans résurrection en nous prier. Alright, let's print this out. Okay, originally I was gonna go to the library to print these out, but I don't want to do that, but the printer wasn't working last time. I was trying to use it, so let's see if it works this time. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. Error, bro. Like, I don't. Where's the error? I don't even know how this thing works. Like, are we out of paper? I don't even know. What's up? Yeah, I don't know, and I don't feel like dealing with this. So let's go to the library. Okay, I have like 50 miles on my car, so it's literally go to the library, come back home, drop the papers off, go to the bank, go to the gym. And then we can chill. Actually, then I'm gonna need to clean my room. It's a little bit of a mess. So let's do that. Oh wow, like I have exactly 50 miles. And my tire is low on air. Okay, we're at the library. Let's print. There's like something happening today. It has really nice decor when you walk in. So let's keep this going. Yeah, like that is done. I love my local library. We got like 30 minutes. Let's do it, shot. Okay, we're at the bank. I just moved my money around. I love doing that shit. So now we need to get gas before I go to the gym because I have 36 miles left. Like, this is the lowest I've ever let my tank get. $58 for a full tank. $58. Last summer, that would have been like 30 bucks. Because I was paying like $50 for a full tank when I had my first car, Frank. It was a 2006 Ford Escape. Right? She was a gas guzzler with like okay mileage. Damn near $60, man. Thank God I took this trip to Virginia now instead of later. Fuck me. Alright, we arrived. Lokirk looks kind of busy. I hope it's not too busy, but yeah. So we're gonna be filming my like daily gym TikTok. I think today's gonna be pretty chill. I think I'm gonna get through it pretty fast. Like so fast, I don't even think I need to take off my hoodie. Like we're back in like a winter arc. I love it. This is my gym hoodie, by the way. I love working out on this thing. You know, it's kind of crazy. I was just invited to go to the Roots show tonight at Artscape. Then I was invited to another party tonight. And it's like, literally even like last week. I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, honestly. 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, heck yeah, let me go out. Let me go out and push myself and like try being all this and that and that. But it's like, I want to focus on me. You know, last time I was in this type of situation, I went out and I wasn't able to develop myself the way I wanted to, you know, and it ended up just being like a waste of time. But now it's like, I have hours at my disposal to literally do everything I want. So let's do it. All right, before we get into our super fun, artistic extravaganza, there are a couple things I need to do. First, clean my room. Second, wash my bed sheets. Third, clean up my like creative office space a little bit, just a little bit. Just enough so like I can place my laptop there. Third, eat something. I have these leftovers, but I should eat like some actual food because I haven't eaten anything except some grapes today. And yeah, that's it. So let's get to it. Okay, I'm scheduling a TikTok right now. Why is TikTok's fucking music search function literally so terrible? Because I'm trying to use some of Boy Girl's music, but literally it's just like, it's a pain in the ass searching for it every fucking time, man. How annoying. Cool. Alright, so I got the clothes in the wash, or my covers in the wash, cleaned up in there. Literally did everything so okay, so I'm gonna eat these leftovers and then we're gonna draw. And then we're gonna practice the guitar after. And then we're gonna paint, which is like the highlight of the day. Ooh la la, look at these. We got a cheese stick quesadilla and a crab taco. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. Okay, so we're about to start drawing, but you know what I just realized? There's algae in my bong. Yo! Is it not? Okay, well, you just like dyed it. I thought it was algae. It would have been way funnier if it was algae. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a time lapse of me drawing and playing the guitar, and then we'll have a sit down session when I start painting. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about when I paint, but it's gonna be very quiet like yesterday's video. And just watching that piece come to life. I don't know if he'll do it for the whole piece, or if it'll just be like the main thing, and then I'll let it dry, and then I like do my extra shit on top of it. But we'll see. Okay, so this is our drawing for today. I think it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Don't. But that was nice and relaxing and a moment to breathe. So let's play with my guitar. Shit, back to back. Why not? I can. I literally have like, I've been begging for this type of shit my whole life. So it's cold as fuck, and it's definitely getting exacerbated because of the fact that like I rinsed my hair. And it's like, oh my god, I'm shivering. So in the middle of May, let me get dressed up like it's fucking winter so I can feel warm while I'm doing my activities. Okay, this is what we're rocking out with. Let's go. Play our guitar. So during the guitar, today was a pretty good session. Honestly, I feel like I am growing as a bassist overall. I don't know the next time I'm gonna make music is, but I'm excited to do that. So let's think about painting. So we are gonna go downstairs. So looking at our makeshift studio last night, we come to our piece from yesterday. This makes me feel something. It like silences me. I look at it and I feel silenced. I could add to it, but I think fighting that urge will make it mean more. That's my first painting. So yeah. Before we go do anything with this, let's go like hang it up. That is where the painting of Solace, what's that? It fits. Bro, this painting's like dark, man. I feel like it's imbued with something. I don't know what. I look at this painting in the house and I think of things differently. You know, it's been set up here for a good couple years, but I feel like I've never really given it a chance to just look at it. It's very textured. It has a lot to it. I feel like the artist is definitely talented. They knew how to approach these things. It's interesting. I wonder if I can have my painting evoke like a sense of realism to this degree. But I think I want my work to have you feel something. So for today's painting session, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my camera to set things up so you guys can get like a nice perspective of me painting, because this isn't gonna be something I speed up for this one. You know, I'm gonna let you guys sit in the silence as I just talk and shit, unlike my Bob Ross shit. And yeah, I might smoke, I might not, I don't know, we'll see. All right, I opened the other pack of paint so I have like more variety. So now I have a lot of paint, which I'm actually really happy with. So I can do whatever I want, which is what I want. Okay, so this is the outfit that we're wearing to paint. So these pants can get paint on them, and they will. I am going to smoke and then get the camera to be set up so you can witness me painting in a very nice and pretty way. All right, guys, so we are going to start our painting. I got a pack of Voodoo Rangers for myself as well, just cause like I wanted to get around. It's a Saturday night. I'm making art. I feel like I can enjoy myself, especially after a long week. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna make. I don't even know if you can see me at this angle. I really focused it in on the canvas because you already seen enough of me in the video up to this. Oh no, so, all right. So we'll start drinking. So, oh, all right, our hot pink is still ready, and I wiped that on my pants. So our new smock pants are already getting set in. Awesome. Is it forced a bit? Maybe. But do we care? No. So I wanted the background to be red. But I think if I use the hot pink, that would be an interesting choice. So we're gonna do the same thing we did yesterday and wet the canvas. All right, let's go all the way to each side. I don't know if that's the paint or if it's like a little soapy. I don't know. Does it really matter? Well, it does if I want to be, it's soapy, okay. That's good to know. I should probably dump it out then. Okay, but I'd rather it be like a little soapy. So, let's start. Ooh, that's gonna be bold. All right, but I think with the contrast that I want, this would be nice. I'm realizing this easel is like flimsy as shit. Like, what? But hey, you get what you pay for. Maybe it's the same with these paints. Cause like, yeah, you see that? It's literally dragging the canvas. Okay, let me like get denser with this. Just cause like, yeah. Well, I guess if this is like a sky, that's okay. Let me. I think it's very pink. As I add more, I know I'm gonna get a bit annoyed. I know. So let's move a little bit to over here. The more pastelish pink is what I will be using. Its actual name is, yeah, just light pink rose clair. I was gonna read the type of paint it was. Peinture acrylique. Peinture acrylique matte. I read it in French. It's matte acrylic paint. Did I read it good in French? You know, earlier in this video, I was trying to speak Creole. I know that was terrible. Oh man. Okay. Let me add some water to this. Why is it so clunky? Do you think it's because of soapy water? Huh. Either way, it's very clunky. It's okay. Maybe it's the type of thing where I'm supposed to be using like way more. I don't know. Well, let's try it. It's very wet though. Yeah. Well, that's probably fucking it up too. So, let's give it a second. And let's crack open a Voodoo Ranger. So, I'm doing this first layer as like a pink to go into some contrast from what I did from yesterday. Cause although I like the green, I want it to be like very drab. So like, it's already a black canvas, which takes away from it a little bit, but it's setting the tone for whatever this type of expression is about to go down, you know? And each of these colors has its own story, I feel. And starting from what we did yesterday, I felt like it's kind of like a flower opening up, and like, because like I said that painting makes me feel solace, right? So it's like the pink, where all the pink was congregating, I felt like was like where that solace was coming from. And like there's like a pair of eyes that were crying but was looking at it. I feel like this can be more representative of like what it was looking at. I don't know, but it like, and whatever scenery is coming to be, it's not happy, no matter what the colors may want you to feel. Every time that moves, I get a little scared. But this is teaching me about my fine motor skills with this side of me. Okay. Oh, I didn't open this one yet. I took off one of my nails because it was already peeling. And like, they get so brittle because of the fucking sanding and such. Ugh. But my nails have lasted so long. Damn near a month. These aren't even acrylics. But we're using acrylic paint. Yeah. So it's just like, I'm grateful. It's like, oh my gosh. Excuse me. Brush. The brush. For this effect, yeah. So we're gonna add on a bit of matte yellow. I wanted to do that to the other one, honestly. But I feel like leaving it incomplete feels nicer. Like, I don't even, yeah. For now, let's leave it incomplete. Just, oh, look how dense that is, yes. Bro, like yes, black as the background for this was such the right choice. It's like a yellow mixed in with all that pink, yeah. The paint, so yellow. It's like kind of like ghosty. I love the ghosty guy. Like, oh my god, I'm losing my ability to fucking speak. But I love like the ghostly cantor. Evan, is like, what does cantor mean? Actually, hold up, let me look up the definition. I want to make sure I use the word right. Cantor. I think it's spelled Cantor. Cantor definition. Also, I absolutely hate that Google is putting the AI shit first when you're looking for definitions. Nah. All right. Anyway, cantor, Cantor, the one that I think of that I'm using, is a noun, a choir leader, precentor, or a synagogue official who sings or chants liturgical music and leads the congregation in prayer. Okay, so no. Maybe with a U. Cantor. Contour. Definitely meant contour. The ghostly contour. But that's that. Okay, but contour I don't think is right because like that's like the outline of something. Yeah. The general form or structure is something characteristic. Okay, no, contour is the correct word. The ghostly contour of it. Yeah, I like it. Let me open this new page. Because, like, it makes me think, like, ooh, we went, like, slightly up. Heck yeah, hold up. If we just went slightly up. It's this one right? No, it's this one. Okay. These fools. Okay, so let's do this next one. Yeah. Like, splash it on there. Where is this story taking us? I'll leave it. Let's do something like that too. Let me move the beer. Excuse me.
I'm really trying to understand what this painting is trying to tell me. You know, it has a story, and I don't know what it says yet. I don't know if I'll ever know. It's just a certain, like, emotion I'm trying to understand. You know, it's like doing the action of painting is bringing me solace. But I don't know, like, what it is. It feels so sad, you know? Like, it's like a part of me that I'll never be able to understand. But, like, I really want to. I just,
Yeah, whose car is up front?
I don't know. I'm gonna let it breathe. All right. Our next color is gonna be a bit harsh. It needs to be a bit harsh. It needs to. No more like pink and orange pastels. Oh, red was good. Blue, that very dark green. What else do we have over here? Crimson red, that's good. Let's open that shit up. Dude, I just gotta like press hard enough. I don't know how to open this. I wanna be safe. Oh, okay, I'll figure it out. Let me finish this beer. I love me a voodoo. It's like 8:20. Cool. So my fucking... The fuck is on this? Why is it crusty? This pen is rusted. This pen is rusted. Oh my god. This pen is rusted. Oh my god. Damn. Alright, how am I gonna open this? Let's see. Oh, that's good. There's like 1 trillion small brushes in here. Alright, let's see. Oh wait, there's doing pin shits. Hold up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, I see the issues with these paints. They're like one-time use. Or like I'm being too much with them, but shit. That's annoying. Wait, no, I want this to be jagged. I'm gonna let it wait though. I need to let it wait a little longer. LOL, literally watching paint dry. Shit, maybe I can just say fuck it. Alright, let me do that. Just like wipe this shit. However. So, I'll just like dry. So literally just like make a square. Oh, I'm using my right hand. Oh no. Alright, so it's like kind of just blending on top of each other. This works. This is literally like making a space. Because it's gonna get painted on top of anyway. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Look at that. That is like, oh my god. This is beautiful. Bro. So rich. It has like its own thing to say. It's powerful. Look at that. Like, it has so much to say. Like, okay, let me just go like, oh yeah. Like, oh my god. Like, oh my god. That needs like a blue. Let's mix that. Fuck yes. These are my smock jeans. Let's open another one. Okay. It's really like one-time use. All right, so that's what I added. It's like one per painting. All right, and then let's mix for a second. It'd be so much easier if I if I use my right hand. Okay. Mix. Wonderful, like lilac. Okay. If I could use my right hand, I would be able to like portray things so much easier. But I know that like takes away from the whole purpose of this experience. So let's do our next thing. Oh, cool. How about you? Oh. What brushes I got in here? Yeah, let's try it. I don't know what this. I don't know. I have nothing to say, really. There's nothing. You know, actually, there's one thing going through my mind. This is a commentary about AI. Or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, this has something to say. I don't even know what it has to say. I think it would be really cool if I just like covered it in black at the end. You know, I captured what it was. The art is in knowing the story that went into it. And not because you don't know the story, but because you know the story. You have the full video of the story. It means that much more when you know what you're holding. You know? He sees birth and creation and finality. And if I destroy it, it's death. So you see the full life cycle, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I should give it like, I should let it live for like at least a year before I destroy it, I feel like. But this stag, this stag of life still has something to say. So I need to mix some greens. I don't know what color. Well, let me mix the crimson and the green. Or actually, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna use one of the smaller brushes. Because this isn't done telling its story, I can tell you that much. I can see that much. Yo. Hey.
You just free balling with your same man?
Yeah.
Soul shit.
Yeah, bro.
I know nothing about paying, so.
I don't either.
Maybe
Bruh.
you're more artistic than I've ever been. I know nothing. It looks cool. That was you.
Thank you. Bruh. There was a part of me that wanted to get in depth about how I'm feeling, like a therapy session. But like, one, I don't want to. I don't really feel like dredging up those emotions. I'm putting them into the painting. And then it's like, I feel like if all I'm doing is expressing the same thing in its own manner, words can only do so much. You know? Because, like, I feel like it's expressing the same thing. You know, what I was going to be talking about in, like, whatever therapy session this would have been is, like, I work very hard to feel confident in myself, but it's very hard dealing with a lot of these emotions sometimes. Well, no, all the time. I've just gotten, you get used to the battle. Excuse me. So it's like, on one hand, I am so proud and grateful for the person that I am. But then on the other, it's like, I wish I could stop overthinking. I wish my mind could stop racing. I wish I could stop worrying all the time, you know, because I try really hard to not care about a lot of stuff so I can really focus just on what I want in my life and whatnot. Focus what's on going on in my life, focus on how I'm developing myself, focusing on making sure that I am living as free as possible within the confines of society that are given to me. But it's hard. It's hard. And it's like, I've dealt with a lot in my past, and currently I feel like I'm coming to a point where I'm really free, and I'm starting to like see the rewards and benefits of everything that I've been working towards, even if it's on a smaller scale than I expected. Like, that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm still seeing the rewards. I'm really happy about it, you know? But the screams of worry still are lingering in my mind sometimes, and I feel like it's healthy, you know? I started this series out of wanting to change my habits with my phone, but then I look at my screen time today, and it's still like a crazy high amount. So it's like, are those changes coming? Have I changed my habits? And I, like, with everything in my body, it wants to be a loud yes. And I will say it is a loud yes, but I doubt. I do doubt. I have a lot of doubt in my mind. You know, a lot of my friends, or no, not my friends. They're not my friends anymore. But a lot of like old friends and acquaintances are graduating. And that makes me like subconsciously compare myself. And it's like, well, I'm very happy with where I am in life. You know, I talked about that in yesterday's video. I'm very happy with where I am. I'm happy with everything that I'm doing. I'm fulfilled and satisfied. So it's like, I don't need that benchmark to tell me that I'm in a good position for life. You know, I get to write my own story. So it's like, okay. But I'm still nervous. You know, I'm still nervous that I'll mess up. I'm still nervous that I'll never be seen or recognized for anything that I do. And I feel like that's just like a part of every artist or artistic journey, or like self-fulfillment type of journey, when you're asking to be seen, and like what matters is that you see yourself. But like, I don't want it to be for nothing. I know it's for nothing, but like, I would prefer it to not be for nothing, you know? Like, I'm given a choice right now, am I not? Which brush is thinner? I think it's this one. So it's like, if I have the choice, I would like to make sure it's not for nothing. And like, I gotta put myself out there and everything. I think I'm doing a decent job. But like, I just have to be patient and see it through for the full process. But like, it nags at me, especially today. You know, I've been thinking a lot about like how I'm perceived, which I try not to think about. You know, my mom used to post me a lot as a kid, which led to a lot of insecurity, which like nobody could have predicted. But like, that's what it was. That's what happened. And then like, I tried to grow alongside and beyond it. And I feel like it was hard. It was hard. I didn't know anything. You know, I feel like I didn't have a lot of guardrails when I was growing up. And to some, it is a freedom, and like it is. It does breed a lot of freedom, but too much freedom too young breeds a lot of consequences that we're not prepared to deal with, you know? And it's tough handling that with like foresight, because like, well, here I am now that I've dealt with everything, and it's starting the process of dealing with that as much as I can. And I'm just trying my best. I feel like I've been in such a space of like trying to grow and heal that I've accepted so much hurt because I just wanted to be accepted. But fundamentally, I didn't even know how to accept myself. And like, how am I supposed to know how to do that? And why did I feel so othered, you know? You know, what sucks now that I'm like becoming an adult or whatever, it's like The behaviors that don't change as you grow up, and how other people express that within themselves. Because I be seeing the best in people. I be seeing the best in people so hard that I feel like I actually lose sight of who they actually are. Because I'm so infatuated with their potential. You know? Ooh, you know it's something interesting? When an artist is only recognized like really late in their life or like after death. Well, truthfully, that's not even a fear of mine. Honestly. Because it's just like, I don't know. If my art gets recognized late in life, I probably also lived a pretty fulfilling life. Because like, every aspect of my life is pretty fulfilling. I live a crazy lifestyle. I don't know anybody else that's living like me. And I know I'm not the only person doing this. But like, I ran into this dude and he was like, you know, most people stick to one type of thing and you're like all over the place. And I'm like, oh, sure. So, that's interesting. Alright, let's do some shit with blues. You haven't do it? I don't. Okay. So... So we're gonna take... Okay, so the battery on my camera just died. So, look at that. I'm gonna take that as my sign to let the paint breathe before I continue for tonight. What are we gonna do in the meantime? I don't know. I'm gonna watch the episode of The Boys and then come back. So yeah, I'll see y'all after that. Okay, so I just smoked. But I did a brief meditation about if I should let it, if I should go back after watching the episode, or if I should let it dry. I'm gonna just let it dry. Just gonna have some Percent light inner darken, and looking at it with clearer eyes is probably the right choice. Oh look, ooh la la, man, I like this outfit. I actually really like it a lot more than I expected. And I'm sagging. Oh my god, look at my butt. But like honestly. Yeah. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we finish the painting. Okay, so after finishing The Boys, I feel like that's the best ending we could have possibly gotten within our current society. Like, the show is owned by Amazon, and as the series came to progress towards, like, critiquing the corporate structures that create these hyperbolic problems, right? And, like, they start off as hyperbolic, but then they become a very, like, real reality, like, creating a hyper reality, and blah, 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 but, like, the reality that these corporations create ultimately and shitify everything, you know? And I feel like we really see that with Homelander. As, like, those corporate breaks were originally on him, he could be, like, a proper demagogue, but he became out of control, you know, beyond the corporation. And, like, as he spiraled, you saw the greater effects of that. And I feel like that's what we're kind of seeing within our current society, with how these social media companies have come to be ran and run, especially as profit becomes the presiding factor towards why development occurs in certain sectors, you know? Because the profit motive shifts over time, you know, the exploitation only worsens,
and you are further detached from the reality that actually has brought you to life. You know, with Homelander, it's based upon his powers, but within our current reality, under the capitalist structures that we exist in, it's the everyday people and the land that we live on as well, you know, but it's the everyday people that allow this mechanism to go into motion, you know, and like we utilize the land for it. And it's just like, in like what, season 3, the reality of like, oh, it's the corporate structure that has allowed this to happen, and Homelander is just a symptom of that, you know, and Butcher was a response to the symptom. But as the show developed and we got characters like Marie Moreau, who the system created as like an antidote to itself. You see me? So it's like having Homelander be the big bad could only result in like an ending that we got in that series. But with how they were setting things up with Marie and with Mother's Milk, the Black characters, we would have been seeing the erasure of the system that created these superheroes, right? Which also came to be ran by an Afro-Latino, right? Black places and high places and all that shit. So it's like the perfect show that we could have gotten. I don't think it could have happened, just not under Amazon's control, you know? But like, it wasn't terrible. I just, honestly, I wish I didn't hear any discourse about it, but like seeing how the season evolved and like, you know, you have that Vought Rising show coming in, like it sucks knowing that that show was actively devalued because of the profit motive and how they saw that going back towards, okay, I'm about to get racial with it, but like going back towards like a white history with it instead of the Afrocentric future that would have led towards something much more beautiful. Not even Afrocentric, but like the new world has to be like led by Black people if you want something outside of this capitalistic hellscape. Just me at least. So like, yeah, it's cool. Let's go check the painting. I have my covers in the dryer too. I forgot to do that. So they're about to go for another round. So let's go see that.
Yo, I feel a vlogger as fuck with the camera like this. I could totally keep this up. How I look. I feel like I look cool as hell right now. Alright, so let's go look at the covers. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is what it looks like. It looks nice. Yeah. Alright. I literally just want to add like one thing here. I will be pretty much done for real. So let's do it. I'm gonna mix the color. Okay, let's mix it. I want it to be jagged. And then I pull the brush I need out. Okay, I'll do an outline jagged. So let's mix it. Yeah, I feel like they get the like first layer of dryness so fast. Yeah, looks like a purple. Alright, so the cheap paint I got, or, I mean, they're both cheap. Like the cheaper one of them, I guess. No, honestly, the cheaper one is nicer for row. Honestly, fuck am I talking about? The cheaper one is genuinely nicer. So, let's add some lilac in there. Oh my god, that was my right hand. Okay. This one's done. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's have you take a better look at it. Yeah. Taking the camera. Look at that. What do you feel when you look at my painting?